Yjastros we started a little over 26 years ago. The dream I had with the company was to begin a repertory flamenco dance company, much like in big cities that you would see an American Ballet Theater or New York City Ballet or a Martha Graham company. Yjastros is that in flamenco. And for me, that was an important instrument to teach and cultivate and nurture young artists through the choreographic process.
Now it's going on.
Flamenco is often done as solos, but in this case, we're duet and trio and big group choreographies so that we can cultivate and nurture the idea of choreography in flamenco, as well as the dancers that do the choreography. I feel it's ultimately now turned into one of the most important flamenco projects in the world, so it's a big deal for me. So I'm sitting here at the University of New Mexico right now, and my mother was a teacher in this department, and I ran around this department when I was 4, 5, 6 years old. I first saw dance by watching my mother dance in other people's classes or teaching herself, and it taught me to really love the discipline of dance and then choreography in general. As I started Yjastros, I feel like it was joining those parts of my life, education like you have here at the University of New Mexico and we have at the Conservatory downtown and the National Institute of Flamenco is about cultivating not just flamenco as just an art form in and of itself, but also the idea of dance in general. I'm proud to say that all of our artists are W-2 employees right now for the National Institute of Flamenco, which is a big deal. We're one of the only organizations in the state that employs artists that way. As we've grown as a company and we have more sort of respect around the country and in the world, there are other organizations that want to begin to collaborate with us. And it's really more about learning about these other art forms. Culturally, jarocho music and flamenco, they're not considered to be the same art form. Tapping into those cultural roots that all of us have in the Latino world, and they're much more weaved together than what we know. We do the most important festival outside of Spain every summer. It's our Festival Flamenco. Yjastros has grown into one of the most acclaimed flamenco companies in the world when it comes to repertory of flamenco. This is the hotbed of flamenco every June, and my company will be performing this year in that festival again. So it's this sort of ecosystem we've created, and I hope what it does is inspire young artists, but it also lets some of these artists from other countries come to Albuquerque and plug in. Art and dance, especially specifically now, has an incredible impact on anybody's life. I think there's all these incredible things that dance does, right, for the soul and the body of the person. We're trying to keep these young people inspired about, first of all, what it does for them individually, but then how they can give back to the community by teaching others to dance and by teaching others to perform. Our community needs this type of expression, and it's a healing thing that happens in people, right? I mean, expressing yourself that way on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, heals the soul sometimes for things that either we've gone through personally or we're going through communally. My family has been involved in this for a long time, so it's an award for me, obviously, but it's an award for my family, and that's an extended family to the members of this company. Yjastros means stepchild, and I wouldn't call these wonderful dancers my stepchildren, but I feel we're all stepchildren in this sort of desire to be accepted and to be understood, and the Creative Bravo Awards gives us that sort of good feeling inside that the work we've been doing up to now is that important, so thank you for that.